Welcome back, Tomah Senior High School. Greg Hay along with Dave Wagner, MVC Boys Basketball. Let's meet the starters for Holman under head coach Ryan Meyer.
And now the starters for your Tomah
All right, here we go. Wags, the last time these two teams were on this floor, we saw a part of history. Quinn Gerke had 9 3-pointers for a school record. He was 9 for 11 on threes, 12 for 18 from the floor, 4 for 4 at the free throw line, but they won the game 75-73. And they take an early 3-0 lead on the basket by Bartles. They come in 7-4, 1-2 in the MVC. Tomah comes in 6-3, lost their last 2. And Tomah also 1-2 in the MVC. And as I said earlier, Dave, they have beat us the last 6 times. Loudon for 3. That's his 23rd 3-pointer. Tops on Tomah. And we're tied at 3. They average 71 points a game. Give it up at 63. Tomah averages 67 and gives it up at 63. Dead even almost. Turnover to Warden. Cram to the glass. Overlays. Rebound Bartles. And here comes Holman. Ken Hammer. They can shoot the 3, by the way, Dave, have you noticed?
Yeah, I've noticed, and this is going to be a game where we're going to have to shoot 3s, and we're going to have to make a majority of them to keep pace.
We're going to get an early timeout. We haven't even played 2 minutes, and we're going to timeout. Tomah was averaging 73 points a game before the matchups of Aquinas and Central. Both those games, he scored 50 or less. Still averaging a very respectable 67 points a game as Tomah. Tomah 1-2 on the home floor, 5-1 away. Holman is 3-1 on the road. They lost their last game to Anna. They had won the last 4 before that. So both teams 1-2 in the MVC. They are 7-4 overall, and Tomah, as we said, 6-3. 6-3 Holman following a very early timeout. Timeout less than 2 minutes in. Bartles for 3. They get the deep rebound. Back out to Bartles. Basket by Burgett, and another steal and a basket. Basket by Wilbur. And that quickly, Dave, we're down 10-3 to Holman. 7-0 run. Less than 3 minutes in.
Yeah, if you don't come out of the gates playing, get a foul there. If you don't come out of the gates playing good, sound basketball, this is a team that'll get away on you in a hurry. So against Central, we didn't do that. We just got off to a terrible start and off so far tonight. 1 for 1 from three-point land, but down 10-3.
Tomah fell behind Central their last game, 21-4. Here's Quinn to the glass, blocked. Picked up by Holman. Holman looking good early, up by 7. Looking for more. That's Williams. That's a 2. 12-3 Holman. Graham for 2. Well, they had run off and went on a 9-0 run. Now it's 12-5 Holman. Rebound Zastapol. Tomah down by 7. Gerke with the miss. Williams rebound. Almost 4 minutes in. 12-5 Holman. That 12-3 at one time, 9-0 run. Now there are 3. They finally missed one. That's Wilbur. Turnover Tomah. Nice defense by Wilbur. They take it to the glass for 2 more. Kendhammer. 14-5 Holman. Zastapol for an easy 2. (14-7) Holman. Leading by 7. They've led by as many as 9. And they can't miss. Burgett. Seen this before, haven't we? The opponent comes in here and shoots the lights out. We've seen this a lot. 17-7 Holman, and they haven't missed many.
No, they haven't missed too many. They haven't been contested on too many, quite frankly. Well, their jump shots, we don't have a guy within a foot, no hands in the face. We're going to travel there, which is a good for Tomah. Got to play, defensively, got to get the hands up. Be aware of their shooters.
Well, they changed the scoreboard to 16. One of the threes must have been a 2.
Last one.
13 minutes to go in the half. We're tied once at 3. Then they went on a 9-0 run, led 12-3. They now lead 16-9. With 13 to go in the half. And an over and back on Tomah. Again, Holman has beat Tomah the last 6 times they played. Guy and Dave, we need to get going tonight is Michael Zastapol. The last 4 games, Zastapol has scored 10 points total. We need to get the big man, among others, going tonight. 10 points total the last 4 games for Zastapol. Tomah down by 7. Another 3. That's Bartles. And it's 19-9 Holman. And they haven't missed many, have they?
No, they certainly haven't.
And we turn it over. And they lay it home. And Tomah needs a timeout and will take one. Bartles with the last basket. The Vikings up big, 21-9. Let's look at some businesses bring you tonight's game. Please thank and patronize them. All right, welcome back. Greg Halo with Dave Wagner, Bo Rui in the game. Tomah down 21-9 to Holmen. And they have missed very few shots. They're on an 18-6 run right now. After we were tied at 3, 18-6 run. 3 for Vandenhoegen. (21-12) Holman. Bartles with it for Holman. Jaden Bartles. Now then a Meyer. Shot and goal for Burgat. They get the offensive rebound. Burgat. Right side. Bartles. Short on the 3. Rebound Rui. Tomah down by 9. 21-12. Amazingly, Dave, they've missed the last 2 shots, believe it or not. Prior to that, just about everything they threw up went in, but they missed the last 2.
Well, the key to that is taking advantage of it here in the offensive end, right? I mean, they give you opportunities. Still 11-11 to go first half, but you really need to stay close here. Try to eat into that lead already.
Yeah. Yeah, they went on an 18-6 run. They'll go up 21-9. It'll stay with Tomah. We said this team won 19 games last year. Tied Aquinas for the NBC title. And they have just about everybody back. And they're off to a 7-4 start. 1-2 in the NBC like Tomah. The losses has been the Central and Alaska. Tomah, after winning 6 straight, has lost the last 2. Trying to get back on track tonight. But down at the moment by 9. Cram with the miss. Meyer rebound. 10.5 to go. 21-12 Holman. Long 3. That's Wilbur. And the lead is 12. Turnover Tomah.
Release the 4.
And the lead is 14. Basket by Bartles. 26-12 Holman. 14-point lead.
That's at least 8 points. That's at least the 4th steal and bucket that Holman has gotten.
Yes. Bo Rui for 2. Yeah. We have not protected the ball well at all. They've scored a lot of points off turnovers, but have also shot the ball extremely well. They turn it over here. Tomah down by 12 at the moment. Have trailed by as many as 14. Cram for 2. And the lead is 10 with 9+ to go in the half. Wilbur walks it down for Holman. Another 3. That one rims out, believe it or not. Rebound, Vandenhoegen. That thing was halfway down, wouldn't stay down. Tomah with a chance to get under 10 now. We turn it over again. They were right in Vandenhoegen's face, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. I mean, he had to pick up the dribble and look for help. And while he's doing that, they got a hand in there and knock it away.
10-point lead for Holman. They've led by as many as 14. 8.5 to go. First half. Bartles. Bartles knocks down another 3 and the lead back to 13. 29-16 Holman. Yeah, I know, Dave, they have at least eight points on Tomah turnovers, but outside of that, they've shot the ball extremely well. They haven't missed many.
No, they really haven't. You saw that last three, you know, that was, I think it was Cram that got screened on that one, and just gave him a split second where he was wide open while Cram's running through the screen. That's all it took.
I was just going to say, Quinn Gerke hadn't scored until that three a moment ago, and the lead is 10 on the Gerke three. Tomah would love to get this thing under 10. 7:50 still to go, and we turn it over again. And they'll have to earn it at the free throw line. Tonight's game brought to you by Tricor Insurance. We thank Tricor for their support. Hope you also. Gerke Excavating also bringing you tonight's game. We thank Gerke Excavating for their support. Hope you also. And Murray's on Main will bring us our scoring after the game. Stick around for that. Brought to you by Murray's on Main. We thank them for their support. Tomah down by 10. They've trailed by as many as 14. Lead is 11. 7+ to go first half. Tomah trying to stay close. Hendricks for two. And the lead back under 10, 30-21 Holman. They led 21-9 at one time. And Tomah's made a nice little run here. Nine-point deficit for Tomah. 7 to go in the half. Foul coming up. Yeah, they're at 21-9. So Tomah's on a little bit of a run right now. 12-9 run for Tomah.
Surprised they called that a shooting foul. He was about even with the free throw lane to the left as he started that drive, and the whistle came right away.
And it's 32-21 lead. Back to 11 for Holman. We had it briefly under 10. 7 to go in the half. 32-21 Holman. Quinn for two. And the lead at 9. 32-23 Holman. That's the travel. Student body, we haven't seen them in a while. Last two games there's been no student body here. (32-23) Holman. Both teams trying to go to 2-2 in the MVC. Both teams' next game is at the Lacrosse Center. Travel on Gerke. Yeah, Tomah's next game is this Saturday at the Lacrosse Center in the Midwest Classic. Tomah will play Altoona at 9:15 in the morning. And ironically, Dave, right after that game, Holman plays Amory. So these two teams both play bright and early Saturday morning this Saturday at Lacrosse Center. Tomah at 9:15 against Altoona. And then they play Amory right after that at 10:45. Now they're 3. They finally missed one. Sonnenberg Family Funeral Home also bringing you tonight's game. We thank Sonnenberg Family Funeral Home for their support. Hope you'll also. 6 to go in the half. Tomah trail it by as many as 14. Trail by 9. Graham has to go to the free throw line. Silas. He has 4.
That foul for that, that's his third. 2-4. Right behind,
Cram leads the team in rebounds. Incidentally, per game, he averages 8 rebounds a game. Zasper averages 6 boards a game. Warren leads the team in assists, averaging 3 a game. Quinn coming in, averaging 24. Malden averaging 13. Cram averaging 12. 1 of the 2 for Cram. And the lead is 8. Closest we've been in a while. 32-24 Holman. Just under 6 to go in the half. And the Vikings by 8. Going to work in the paint. Nice defense by Hendricks. Chance to get it under 8. Remember our last game here against Aquinas, Dave, we were down big in the half. Cut the lead to 4 with under 2 minutes to go in the half, and then they went on a 9-2 run at Aquinas to go up by 11 at halftime, and really were never threatened after that. Gerke for 2. Quinn with 7, and Tomah, Dave, within 6 after trailing at one time by 14. 6-point Holman lead. It's going to go to Tomah. Yeah, they led 26-12 at one time. And Tomah with a chance to get it under 6. With just under 5 to go in the first half. 32-26 Holman. Cram short. Rebound Holman. Right down the lane. That's Kendhammer. Don's Plumbing and Heating also bringing you tonight's game. We thank Don's Plumbing and Heating for their support. Hope you also. Bank First also bringing you tonight's game. We thank Bank First for their support. Hope you will also. Well, we had it down to 6. It's back to 7. 4.5 to go in the half. Dance team coming up at halftime. Zastapel rebound. Ward in the other way for Tomah. Three wouldn't go. Rebound Holman. Wilbur with the rebound. Wilbur to Hauser. Bartles, 3 on the way. Won't go for Kendhammer. And it's getting it to Tomah. So all things considered, Dave, Tomah fortunate, I think, to be down by 7, right?
Well, they've kind of stopped the bleeding, I guess, if you want to put it that way. But it'd be nice to get a little closer yet. But yeah, it looked like this was going to be out of hand by halftime. But give Tomah some credit here. They've battled back, at least trying to get it, relatively close.
Quinn misses the 3, and they get the rebound with Bartles. Still up by 7. Just under 4 to go in the half. Holman up by 7. Bartles for 3. Hasn't missed too many. And the lead back to 10 on the Bartles 3. 3.5 to go in the half. Bowden for 3. That's way off. Holman rebound. And they get an easy 2. But Kendhammer. So Wags, we had it down to 8. Actually down to 7. And then they score 5 quick unanswered points, and that quick leads back to 12.
Yeah, you had to point out the Aquinas game, and
Yeah, I know.
had a situation similar, although we were not quite as close this time. But still 3 minutes to go here, so plenty of time for Tomah to whittle into this lead going into the half. But also plenty of time for them to build it, obviously, so long way to go is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we had it down, actually had it down to 6, 32-26. Quinn misses the 3. And they're on a 6-0 run since we cut it down to 6. $6-0 Holman run. They'll go up by 12. 2.5 to go in the half. Warden for 3. Rebound, Kenhammer. They have a chance to match the biggest lead of the game at 14 right now. Nice defense there by Zastapol. Warden, Loudon for 3. And Loudon gets the lead back under 10 with 2 to go in the half. 38-29 Holman. Bartles to Kendhammer. He'll drop it off to Kendhammer. 9-point Holman lead. They led by as many as 14. Tomah had it down to 6 not that long ago. It's 9 right now. You'd like to keep it under 9 at halftime. If you could. Minute and a half to go. Holman be a little more patient now. Bartles with it now. Bartles to Kendhammer. Long 3 for Bartles. And that was well behind the arc, wasn't it?
Well behind the arc. Great ball movement, very patient. Had a couple opportunities to pop one earlier. Passed it up till they got what they wanted, and he's a threat. He's well beyond the arc on that one.
Tomah down by 12. Quinn for 2. And we're going to get a timeout. 48 seconds to go in the half. Tomah down by 10. We'll take a break. Back in 30.
At Tomah Health, our accredited sleep services diagnose and treat sleep disorders so you can get the rest you deserve.
My name is Nick Ronke, and I'm from Tomah, Wisconsin. I was having trouble staying awake during the day, and my fiance actually told me I was not breathing at night, so I decided I should come in and get tested. Now I'm getting a full night's sleep, and I feel amazing in the morning. I would recommend sleep services at Tomah Health. Visit Tomah Health Sleep Services for a better night's sleep.
All right, welcome back. Tomah Senior High School. Greg Hanglaw with Dave Wagner. Holman and Tomah were tied early at 3. Then they went on a 12-3 run. They've led by as many as 14. They lead by 10 with 40 seconds to go in the half. 41-31 Holman. Kenhammer. Possession call. It'll go to Tomah. Dave, you'd love to get this thing under 10 at halftime, wouldn't you?
Well, you certainly would. Get an opportunity. Well, I don't know if we'll hold for the last shot necessarily, but we'll see.
Yeah, I wonder if Coach Pritzky will try for the last shot here. I don't think they will. We'll see. Warden. Well, they might. Quinn's going to try a 3. That won't go. Can't hammer rebound. And a good look by Quinn, just missed it. Now, final seconds ticking away here. Who's on the floor? Vandenhoogen for three! Whoa! Talk about a momentum swing. Lead is 7 on the Vandenhoogen 3. Dance team coming up. Stay with us. All right, senior high dance team, 4 members strong at halftime. Enjoy.
Take 2.
Great job, senior high dance team at the half. Tomah at one time trailed by 14. But thanks to a Vandenhoogen 3 to beat the buzzer, it's a 7-point Holman lead. Second half coming up. Stay with us. Welcome back, Tomah Senior High School. Greg Hay along with Dave Wagner. 7-point lead for Holman at halftime. We're tied early at 3. Then they went on a 9-0 run, led 12-3. They led 21-9 at one time. Actually had a 14-point lead. But Dave, thanks to a Vandenhoogen 3 to beat the buzzer, 7-point Holman lead. Now the question is, do we have an answer for Jaden Bartles, who had a 19-point first half for them?
Yeah, hopefully he cools off as part of the second half. I'd like to do a better job defensively, obviously, but boy, was he red hot.
All right, Holman, 7-point lead. And another 3. That's Kandhammer, who can also knock down threes. 44-34, Holman by 10. Graham off the glass. Lead back to 8. Both teams trying to go to 2-2 in the MVC. They come in 7-4. Tomah comes in 6-3. They're coming off a loss to Onalaska. Unalaska Sedeli is now ranked number 1 in the state. There's another 3. That's Wilbur. And the lead back to 11. In case you haven't noticed, Dave, they have a lot of guys that can knock down threes.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And they started this second half the way they started the game, coming out shooting threes and nothing but net. The net hardly rattled on that last 3.
Quinn off the glass. Quinn with 11. And lead back under 10. 47-38 Holman. Bartles. Nice defense right there by Warden. We go to Tomah. First half scoring incidentally for Tomah. Kirky at 9, Loudon with 8. Graham with 5, Zastapel with 2, Hendricks with 2, Rui with 2, and Vanden Heugen had 6, including a 3 to beat the buzzer. And they were led by Bartles with 19. Lead at 9. Tomah had it down to 6. At one time the second quarter, in the first half, could never get it under that. After trailing at one time by 14 in the first half. Kirky on the inbound. Out high to Cram. Quinn going to try a 3. In and out. Boy, thing was halfway down for Quinn. And the lead stays at 9. That'd cut it down to 6 had he made it. Burgett. Lead back to 11. Long time to go, 15 plus to go. Kirky with 13. Lead back to 9, just matching baskets.
Yep.
And you'll take that if you're Holman, right?
Oh, absolutely.
That's all we've done the second half.
Yeah, they're getting 3s, we're getting 2s.
And they get the offensive rebound, a block by Cram. Nice block by Silas. And on the other end, Silas can't get the go. Lead at 9. 15 to go. 49-40 Holman. Burgett. Bartles high on the right side with Vanden Heugen on him. Being patient, that'll turn over on Holman. Tonight's game also brought to you by Bank First. We thank Bank First for their support. Hope you will also. Elbow Room also bring you tonight's game. We thank Elbow Room for their support. Hope you'll also. And Tomah Health and other business bring you tonight's game. We thank Tomah Health for their support. And we hope you'll also get an opportunity. Still a 9-point lead for Holman. Quinn for 3. And the lead is 6 on the Kirky 3. Burgett cut off. Burgett with an answer. Lead at 8. So it was a brief 6-point lead. Now it's 8. And Tomah turns it over. Burgett with the miss, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Yeah, well, Quinn Gerke 3 cut it to 6. And then Burgett with the basket, and Burgett at the free throw line now with a chance to put him back up by 10. One more for Burgett, and it's back to a 10-point lead. After Tomah briefly had it down to 6 on the Gerke 3. And now it's back to 10. Last 4 out of Burgett. And another Tomah turnover. It's kind of the way the first half started, Dave. A lot of turnovers for Tomah. Ken Hammer for 2. And a 6-0 run. Six-nothing run. Tomah down by 12. After we had it to 6. Nice answer by Holman. Lead back to 12. Quinn for 2. Well, Quinn is 18. Lead is 10 again. Burgett, 2 more. Burgett's been their offense lately, hasn't he? And a near steal by Wilbur. Yeah, Dave, we worked so hard to get the lead down to 6, and then they put up 6 unanswered to go up by 12 again.
Exactly what they did the first time we had it to 6, first half.
Yep, exactly. Quinn with it for Tomah. Tomah down by 12. Gerke overlays. Bartles thought about the 3. Now he'll take the 3. Bartles with 22. And the lead is 15.
Yeah. You wonder where games are won and lost, and when you trail, they make a run like this at this point of the game. Hendricks and 3 will help, but this is where you pull away and you don't leave a lot of time left for the opponent to come back.
12-point lead. Hendricks with the big 3 a moment ago. Well, does Tomah have another run in them? We'll see. Loud into the glass. Rui rebound. Loudon will try a 3. That won't go. Rebound, Rui. So the Gerke 3 cut the lead to 6. But they're on an 11-5 run since then. Lead by 12. 11 and a half still to go. Time not a factor. Plenty of time. 2 more for Quinn. Gerke with 20. Lead is 10. Kendhammer with it for Holman. Overlay, put back, foul coming up here. It's going to be on Holman. So Dave, with 11 to go, another chance for Tomah to get it under 10.
Yeah, you gotta really start making a serious run, put some real pressure on them. Yeah. And when you get it whittled down, you can't let them go on a run. I think that's always a good time for a timeout. If you get it down to 6, they get a basket, get a timeout right away so they don't keep the momentum.
Gerke misses the wide open 2, gets his own rebound, gets the rebound back, and takes it to the glass. Well, here we go again. The lead is under 10. 10 and a half to go, 60-52 Holman. Rebound, Rui. Dave, another chance to get it under 6 or less. Rui, short. Loudon put back. And the lead is 6 again. Like we haven't seen this before.
Well, said when it got to 6, a timeout would be good, and we get the timeout, but it's Holman that takes it.
Here's a look at some businesses and organizations bringing you tonight's game. Please thank and patronize them. We hope you'll thank and patronize those businesses and organizations you showed you a moment ago. Bringing all the different events on the network in our 41st year. Dave, every time in this game we've had it down to 6. They've gone on a run. We'll see what happens here with 10 to go. And there you go.
Yeah, they've scored the next 6. Both times they've scored the next 6. Well, they got 2.
Yep. Yeah, that's what you talked about earlier. This is what you need to prevent that run. Berkey with the miss. They get the rebound. Quinn with the steal and a basket. Lead at 6 again. 62-56. Holman. 9.5 to go. Vikings by 6. Winding down to 9 to go. Being a little more patient now. This is Kendhammer. And they knock it out of bounds. We have a chance, Dave, to get it under 6. 9 to go. 6-point lead for Holman.
Well, no tomorrow. This is the opportunity presenting itself right here to make that, a serious run here to get back in it.
Well, here we go. Warden, Loudon for 3. Won't go. And Bartles at the rebound and a foul on Hendricks. Tonight's game also brought to you by Mecca Sportswear. We thank Mecca Sportswear for their support. Hope you'll also. And the Tomah Sports Boosters Club also bringing you tonight's game. We thank the Tomah Sports Boosters Club for their support. Hope you'll also. Now, just under 9 to go. Lead still at 6 for Holman. 62-56. Quinn Berkey with 24. Bartles with 22 for them. Just can't get that lead under 6, though, can we, Wags?
Well, it was about the fastest 2 fouls on Michael Hendricks as we've seen in a while. So he comes out, but yeah, I guess got to keep digging in.
Oh, that's just too easy, and he misses it. Break for Tomah, and he gets the putback miss. Loudon rebound. Pop missed 2 bunnies. Break for Tomah. Chance again to get it under 6. And we turn it over. Bartles holds it up. And we'll travel on Holman. Bartles can't believe it.
Sure I do.
I didn't see it either. 8 to go, 8:10 to go. Tomah never led in this game. We're tied once at 3. Tomah's trailed by as many as 14. Down by 6. Have had chances, numerous chances to get it under 6. Could not hear either. Boy, it hasn't been lack of opportunity, though, has it, Dave?
No. All you do is keep digging, and then the problem, is that you run out of steam or whatever. The other team, at some point makes the play and staves off your comeback.
Here's Bartles for 2. Well, you knew sooner or later they were going to score. And now the lead is 8. Quinn to the free throw line. Yeah, the sad thing there, Dave, we had chances to get under 6, and they had cooled off. They just didn't take advantage, though. Quinn at the line, almost a 90% free throw shooter. Quinn with 25, came in averaging 24. Chance to get it back to 6 again. And he will not. Lead is 7. 7.5 to go. 64-57 Holman. Bartles loses it. They get it right back. Look for the 3 and get the big 3. Rister knocks down a big 3, and the lead is 10. Loudon on the other end misses the 3. Bartles rebound. Boy, Tomah had so many chances to get it under 6, and now it's back to 10. Travel on Holman. That was 60-54 with 10 minutes to go, 4 minutes to go. 7-3, they've outscored us since then, 7-3. That was away from the ball, obviously. American Family Insurance, Jeremy Holman, your agent, also bringing you tonight's game. We thank American Family Insurance and Jeremy Holman for his support. Hope you'll also. Tomah down by 10. 6.5 to go. Loudon, short. And here comes Holman. Another 3. Wow. Rister, who had nothing in the first half, has 6 quick points for them, and the lead is 13 with 6 to go. Turnover Tomah. Knocked away by Gerke. They pick it back up, take the glass for 2 more, and a foul coming up. Hauser with the basket.
That foul, Holman is first. Hauser by
Dave, since we cut the lead to 6 5 minutes ago, they're on a 13-3 run. 13-3 run for Holman. To lead comfortably now after we had it down to 6. Gerke shot blocked. Holman with not numbers. Bartles for 3. Thought Tomah may take a timeout here. They do not. Vandenhoogen for 3. Rebound Holman. 15-3 run, Dave. 15-3 run since we cut it down to 6.
Yeah, they're playing with the lead, and they do it very well, don't they? I mean, that's a luxury. You can take some shots. You don't care, you know, if you miss. You don't have the pressure. We end up taking some shots. Maybe aren't the greatest high percentage shots. Trying to get back in it.
Well, Loudon's going to go to the free throw line. And with just over 10 minutes to go, Tomah cut the lead to 6, 60-54. A little more than 5 minutes ago, in the last 5+ minutes, to this point, they've outscored Tomah 15-3. And that was what you were afraid of, wasn't it?
Well, absolutely, absolutely. When you're playing with the lead, you know, we've talked about it many times. You can play a little differently than when you're behind like that. It's a totally different game as far as shot selection and things like that.
All right, they're on a 15-4 run. We'll be back in 30.
At Tomah Health, our accredited sleep services diagnose and treat sleep disorders so you can get the rest you deserve.
I'm a nurse practitioner in sleep services. I evaluate patients and then determine what kind of therapy they need.
One of the big reasons I like to help people with their sleep disorders, it also helps with their overall health.
Patients come in and say, wow, this is life-changing. So glad I'm treated because I feel so much better. Visit Tomah Health Sleep Services for a better night's sleep.
Well, in a little more than the last 5 minutes, Holman on a 15-4 run to go from a 6-point lead to a 17-point lead with just under 5 to go. Gerke rebound. Quinn on the night with 25. He had 9 3-pointers the last time these teams played here for a school record. Another 3 for Quinn. 28 for Quinn. Tomah down by 14. 4+ to go. And Dave, you talked about it earlier. Every time prior to the last 6-0 deficit, 6-point deficit, every time we had it down to 6, up until the last time, they went on a run of 6-0. Unfortunately, last time we had the lead down to 6, they went a little more. They went on a 15-4 run and are very much in control despite another almost 30-point game out of Quinn.
Yeah, you remember Quinn made that steal under the basket after he had a missed shot, his own missed shot, got the putback after they had scored, so we're thinking, okay, we're not going to let them go on that run. But it happened anyway, it just took a little longer.
CCF Bank also bringing you tonight's game. We thank CCF Bank for their support. Hope you also. And we want to also thank Franny's Bar for their support. Hope you will also thank them when you get a chance. 78-61, Holman leading Tomah. Loudon overlays, put back, Zastapol.
Now, Wilbur first, team 7.
15-point lead. Warden deep rebound. Quinn a long three. Vandenhoeken rebound. Loudon tries a three. And the lead is 12. 3.5 to go. Well, both these teams averaging nearly 70 points a game. They're at 78. Bartles with a miss. Zastapol out there to Warden. Back to Zastapol. Tried to dunk it. And they answer on the other end with Williams. Tomah's next game is this Saturday at the Lacrosse Center in the Midwest Classic. They play at 9:15 Saturday morning, this Saturday morning at 9:15 against Altoona. Altoona has a nice player by the name of Grayson Becker. He's a 6'2 junior, averaging 28 points a game. He's had 5 games of 30 or more going into tonight. And that'll be Tomah's next game at the Lacrosse Center this Saturday morning at 9:15 against Altoona. Bartles, another three. Dave, I can't read my scratching. I'll have to check it after the game. But doesn't it feel like they have to be close to 23 pointers? 20? I mean, I'd be curious, and my handwriting's running together here, so I could throw a number out there. I'll check the book after the game. But it just seems like, and it's been all different guys. In the first half, it was Bartles. We have a lot of guys that have knocked down threes. Quinn with a miss. 84-66. Holman.
Team 7.
Well, they put up 93 early in the season against Caledonia, 93, so they're short of their season high. And Dave, we will go to 1-3, 1-3 on the home floor, 5-1 on the road. And they'll go to 2-2 in the MVC, and Tomah will go to 1-3. And the win for Holman, Dave, their 7th straight against Tomah.
Well, we talked about after, I believe, the Mauston game where we knew coming up, Aquinas and Central, those 2 games would kind of tell us where we're at. But I think we should have included Holman also. And, we're going to end up being 0-3, and that's not where we wanted to be.
Well, Quinn with his 14th game of 30 or more, and that ties the school record with Aaron Harding, who also had 14 30-point games or more. That's a record that you knew Quinn would tie and break eventually. Loudon going to try a three. I tell you what, Bartles on the other end is in a lot. I think that's Bartles. Yeah, and boy, that is not good. He was off camera. He was in a lot of pain. I think it's Bartles has had one heck of a game for them tonight. We didn't see what happened away from the action. Let's hope he's okay. We'll take another break. We'll be right back in 30. Well, there is Jaden Bartles, who's had one heck of a game tonight for Holman. Let's hope that young man's okay. Had a 19-point first half. Dave, since we cut the lead to 6 with 10 minutes to go, they've outscored us 26-14 and lead by 20. A little more than a minute to go.
That last trip up the floor, Bartles was still laying underneath the basket here on the other end. So, you know, we were on the power play there for a minute, and we didn't even take advantage of that.
Minute to go. 88-68 Holman. Holmen in the game now for Tomah. Wholesale changes. Brown in the game. Hendricks in the game. Rui in the game. Keel in the game. And Holman up by 20. They're going to go to 8-4. And they now have 90. Juggin with the basket, 90-68. So 14 games of 30 points or more for Quinn tonight in a losing cause. Bo Rui at the free throw line. In case you're wondering, Dave, and I'm sure you are, Tomah now is 9-5 when Quinn scores 30 or more. So it's not an automatic win is what I'm saying.
No, it gives you some pretty good odds, but there's no guarantees, that's for sure. Not in this conference, for sure.
As you said last year on this floor, we had a school record 9 3-pointers against Holman, and they won by 2. 7th straight win for Holman over Tomah. 90-69. Murray's on Main. Scoreboard is coming up. Stay with us.